everyone, how you all doing? Hope you're keeping safe out there. Today it's a Marvel Legends review, and I decided to review the Marvel Legends classic Doctor Strange figure. This is a solo release, not a part of a wave exactly, but it's out there. It's really, really, really good. This is a great classic Doctor Strange figure. I actually really like it. I ordered this as soon as it came up for pre-order from Comics and Cocktails. Great UK site, free shipping, just marvellous people, just one of the best suppliers out there for figures. And as you can see, this is a very classic Doctor Strange. He's got the red cape, the Eye of Agamotto, the blue costume, the yellow spotty gloves. It's really cool. And you know me, bit of backstory towards the character. Doctor Strange first appeared in Strange Tales in July 1963 in issue 110. Yeah, 110. Basically, look, if you've seen the Doctor Strange movie with Benedict Cumberbatch, you kind of understand the bare basics of the character's origins. Stephen Strange, arrogant but brilliant surgeon, just totally arrogant arsehole, ends up in a car crash and loses the use of his hands. Becomes desperate, travels the world, hears about a guy named the Ancient One, goes to seek him out, and ends up learning the mystic arts. Eventually actually gained the title of Sorcerer Supreme as like the head sorcerer / magician of Earth. So, you know, just basic stuff. I say watch the Doctor Strange movie, it's 99% there. But yeah, it's really cool. Oh, actually, here's something that's actually kind of interesting. Everyone knows the red-caped, round-eyed Eye of Agamotto version of Doctor Strange, but that wasn't actually his original costume. No, his original costume was a blue cape with a square Eye of Agamotto. It was interesting, but they got rid of it pretty quick. I think it was actually after his first fight with Dormammu. Because he was able to defeat him, the Ancient One gifted him what he considered to be a better cape of levitation, and a reworked Eye of Agamotto. Though that original one did actually turn up years later in a story really weirdly. But no, that's how we got the version of Doctor Strange we all know, and that's the version that's been in comic books for years, doing some really great psychedelic sorcery and magic tales that have just been brilliant. Going up against some of the great villains of Marvel like Dormammu, Lord of the Dark Dimension, Nightmare, the Lord of Nightmares, Baron Mordo, the other student of the Ancient One that betrayed him, and Shuma Gorath, who, if any of you have played any Marvel vs. Capcom games, will definitely know. And he also met the love of his life, Clea, the niece of Dormammu. Yeah, thank God there's no family resemblance there. But yeah, he's been a really great character. He's been on several teams, most notably founding member of the Defenders alongside the Hulk and Namor. Really great, classic Marvel ragtag team of continually rotating members. Really good books, actually, if you can track them down either in physical media or digitally. Really well worth the read. But yeah, that's just the background story of Doctor Strange. On to the actual figure itself. This is a cracking figure of, I think, mainly entirely new sculpt. The only thing that I think's been reused is the lower legs, because they're just basic legs. And the cape with the Eye of Agamotto, I think, comes from the previously released one from the... I'm not entirely sure what wave it was. Might have been the first Doctor Strange movie wave. I'll throw out what actual wave it is and now for you to check out. But it's a reuse of that. It's glued to the body, so you can't take it off if that's what you were hoping. But all in all, it's really great. The figure's got some really nice sculpted detail, like the Vishanti symbol on his front, the sort of weird ghost-looking thing, is a sculpted element which is picked up and painted really nice. The gloves are sculpted really well, nicely painted. The figure's got some pretty decent articulation as well. I mean, it's got basic double joint, basic Marvel Legend legs from the waist down, universal hips, swivel ankles, double jointed knees, all that lot. It's got a diaphragm joint slash, basically you can move his chest back and forward, which is really nice. The sculpting works well with it. It's got a lovely free floating butterfly joint hidden away in the shoulders. The only slightly annoying part is that he's only got single jointed elbows, which I suppose is alright, except because I'm guessing they didn't want to interrupt the sculpt, but they've already done this kind of sculpt work already with the Dormammu figure. that came out in the Zenmu wave. That's got very similar arms to Strange, and they managed to get a double jointed elbow joint in there, so I'm kind of surprised they didn't do it here, but it's not too bad of a hindrance. The figure comes with some really great accessories as well. It comes with the axe of, how do I pronounce this? I'll throw the name up, you can read it. From more recent Doctor Strange adventures where he's like been low on power and had to not rely quite as much on his own magic and use items to defeat his foes. That's quite a nice like modern artifact out of this classic figure. He also comes with the Wand of Watum, which is a very classic Doctor Strange artifact. Looks really nice, really well sculpted with like digitally printed paint details in it that make it look really, really cool. And oh yeah, he also comes with some other hands as well as like the one fist and the one holding hand. He comes with his iconic spell-casting hands that look a little bit like Spider-Man's web-flipping hands, but not quite. They look really, really good on him. And he comes with some recoloured versions of the magical effects, the kind you saw with, say for instance, Scarlet Witch. But these ones are done in a yellow going to an orange. They look really good with him. And he also comes with some alternate heads as well, which I wasn't expecting, but these are quite interesting. The first is a eyes closed meditating head. That actually looks really, really good, I think. It's definitely the same face sculpt. I think the hair's been painted differently. I think there's too much grey hair showing on this version. It always makes, and I think it looks like a young Stan Lee as well. But no, if you put him in a meditating pose, this head looks really good in it. And the other head's a bit of a weird one. It's, well, realistically, it's just a blue repaint of the Silver Surfer head. But it's supposed to represent, I think, the period in comics when Doctor Strange went around dressed more as a superhero, pretending to be dead, I think. It was a very weird time. But the costume he wore at that time was actually very different to this one. It's odd. I mean, I'm glad they threw it in. It's a thing they added. It cost them nothing to design. It's literally just a recasted and repainted Silver Surfer head, but it's a thing. It's kind of odd. But what's actually, no, speaking of odd, I'll tell you what's actually really cool. If you've got the retro Spider-Man Electro figure and the, what wave was it in? The Abomination Gamerverse wave, the leader from that wave, you can give Strange their hands. Like putting those Electro Zap hands on Doctor Strange looks really good. It gives him the, like, it looks like he's casting lightning from his fingertips. It looks really good on him. I mean, that's a, yeah, it's almost worth, like, even if you don't want to get the Electro figure, maybe track down the hands to go with this guy because they look really good together. And if you've got the leader, you've got a left or like gesticulating hand, and a very expressionate hand actually, and a wait, is it left? Yeah, left hand here, and a right gun holding hand. So if you want to, you could have Doctor Strange say wielding Hitler's gun that can break through wall magic, which was a thing that happened in the comic books because comic books are very weird, very weird. But yeah, that's really cool. The figure itself is just amazing, and all the things you can do with it, just adding in a few extra pieces, and just with all the great stuff it comes with. Okay, let me compare it to a few of the figures in my collection. Up first, it's got to be Dormammu. Dormammu looks really great with him. They're both got just wonderful classic costume designs, really vibrant colours, and they look fantastic. And you can see what I mean, like, their arms are very similar designs before they get to the gloves. And the Doctor Strange's sleeves are slightly more poofy, but they could have easily got away with using those arms and giving him double jointed elbows, but they didn't for some reason. I'm guessing they're trying to save money with all the accessories, but no, it still works, and the two look really great together. Here he is with another great spellcaster from my collection, the Retro Doctor Doom. Fantastic together, just they both look great, both look brilliant. Here he is with Loki. You spot a theme here, a fair few magic users in this comparison. Both classic colour schemes, both look great. I put Loki in because if you've got a Loki, you might be thinking, oh, I can reuse his hands. They're actually like a glittery metallic yellow that really stands out when you put them on Doctor Strange, so I wouldn't recommend using them unless you really want to. Here he is with the Scarlet Witch, the recently released sort of retro version, and they look really good together. Just two brilliant classically costumed spellcasters. And here's Doctor Strange with the 80th anniversary Hulk. I thought I'd put these two together because they're both members of the Defenders. I pre-ordered that Galactus HasLab figure, so when that arrives, it comes with a Silver Surfer. It's going to have to go with these two, and I might have to track down that Namor figure. I think it was a Wolverines exclusive, which means it's going to cost me an arm and a leg, but having them all together as the Defenders would look really cool, because you can get... Because there's a Valkyrie figure out there somewhere, there's a Hellcat figure, there's a Nighthawk figure. Oh, I might have to track them all down and have a Defenders display shelf. That'd be kind of cool. Well, anyway, folks, that's my review of the figure. My final thoughts: really great figure, really reasonably priced. It's like 23 quid, 22 quid it cost me. It's fantastic for that price point. Loads of accessories, loads of great sculpting, loads of great paintwork. Classic design for a wonderfully classic character. If you can get it, I highly recommend getting it, because it's a treat. Even just like, even if you're not a Doctor Strange fan as such, or like a Magic fan for Marvel, it still looks really great on the display, and I highly recommend it. Well, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, please leave a like. If you've got thoughts of your own, please leave a comment down below. And if you've not subscribed already, please subscribe for more mediocre contents at best. See? And until next time, folks, I want you to stay safe, stay sane, and keep on rolling. And I'll see you all next time. Ta-da!